Hi guys, it's me, Kathy. Mrs. Handy, are you? I'm back again with another Nancy Drew decode, Nancy Drew DC. And Nancy's been giving comms. I hope you know that by now. So I decoded just Nancy Drew DC, and it's 114, and it equals performance. It equals wink wink. Doesn't that sound like something she would say? Trump card, JFK Jr., and Jr. is spelled out, Junior. So all that's 114. And the masked man matches Nancy Drew DC. Let's see. Also equals first lady. Like, is she Eve? You know, like Carolyn. Who knows? Who knows? Jaqi, Melania. I don't know. These people can talk however they want. I've said this many times now. They don't have to use a voice modulator. They can sound like whoever they want because of who they are. It equals my fair lady. And let's see. I and my son, giver of life. And then we are going down to the things that are kind of sad, but walk of shame and triple one, three angels, and Mary Rose. So all those things kind of sound like, you know, when they were in the Garden of Eden and they did what they shouldn't have done, and that the forbidden fruit was human DNA. Let's see. And stay alive. Oh, I'm sorry, I should have started with this one. White whale. So is the beast from Revelation 11, is it the whale, as I've been saying, or is it the chimera, a genetically modified creature? Swallowed. So white whale and swallowed. And I've gotten before through a Greg Wagland, Sherlock Holmes, you know, I decoded that too. And about a house being swallowed up by other homes that were newer nearby, and it was looked like it was being swallowed up and digested. That's definitely a calm too. I know he was talking about a house, and it was a Sherlock Holmes story, but all of it is decodable, and it all relates to right now, in case you're new. And what I'm doing is Gematria, A equals 1 through Z equals 26, using gematrix.org, and I'm using simple Gematria when you have the choice from, there's Jewish, English, and simple for the types of Gematria on that site. So anyway, it's interesting, and believe it or not, it matches pepperoni. Now, why would you say that I choose pepperoni? Well, when I was talking to Juana Saban, I think, yeah, it was the last time, we were talking after the show, and he was talking about things that help make cancer go away. And I don't want to say this CU blank blank word, you know, like fixing things. But he was talking about different things, and he was talking about that medicine for the disease that starts with an IV, ER. You probably know what I'm talking about, and that helps. And he was saying that an old man told him he was that he feeds his dog pepperoni once a week, and he asked him, well, why do you feed him pepperoni once a week? And he said it gets rid of worms. And that's usually what makes animals sick, which makes other things happen to the animals. And they also nowadays get the same medicine I was just trying to tell you about. So he was talking about it in two ways, for animals and people. And he said in the old days they used pepperoni. And but now, he was talking in comms even after the show was over. So I took notes, you know. I still haven't decoded the shows, but anyway. I always seem to run out of time. So, yeah, so that was very interesting that matched Nancy Drew DC and JFK Junior, Junior. So, anyway, she said, let's go take a look, which is normal, 169. It equals the Great Awakening. The time is coming. Tell the truth. The bride of Christ. Chosen messenger. The Virgin Mary. Man, I feel like a woman. That was a commercial from the 70s from I think it was a perfume. There's I can't remember what it is, but it's funny. And, yeah. So, daughter of Zion, all eyes on you, and here goes nothing. Because things are going to be happening to these guys. She said fencing 2 times quickly, and that's 58 is fencing. It equals German, and I've been getting President Trump is of German heritage, at least to a point, I think he goes way beyond that, but father, 2, TWO, Magdalena, hubby, I'm here, the sea, like the ocean, coast, hazard, so sad, sounds like meeting the beast at the ocean. And then do they win, do they lose? I keep waffling. Let's see, down overnight, she said 2 times. It equals a President Trump phrase. I caught the swamp. Trust the plan, another phrase we know. Storm is coming. We make our choices, like in the Garden of Eden, the human DNA. Be there, will be wild. Godzilla versus Kong, your nightmare. Forgive me, Jesus, I am victorious. They're victorious because they get raised up, because they win over the beast. And then she said that was really, really fast. Really, really fast is 192. It equals test, 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 which can sound like, the emergency alert thing that is likely going to happen. It could mean the beast situation. And then responsibility is 192. Time manipulation happens to equal, that was really, really fast. Sent from up above, and then transfiguration, which could, likely happens after the beast, right? It's going to be biblical. And then she said bunch of 2 times quickly. And did I tell you what, I hope I told you what date this was. The date of the video was on 3/31/22. I probably told you, but maybe I forgot. Bunch of is Camelot. We are 17th letter. Who am I? I'm trying to be quicker. I have to skip around. She said both sides, all sides. She said sides a few times. And that's 56. It equals warn, alert, attack, Oscar, Emmy, shock, drone, mess, pickle, like it's a pickle, USMC, flames, aghast, flag day, like false flappy thing, April, and who knows, April, I have not a clue. I'm fine, image of, like it's images, it's not real. It's like the biggest movie that we're going to be seeing on our phones and on the TV screens or whatever, because it's going to be like the world's ending, and it won't be. And it also equals, so besides I'm fine, it also equals not bad. Interesting. She says this all the time. It's 140, and it equals easy sister, behind the scenes, revelations, testimony, the apprentice, which I think our junior is what you would call the apprentice to JFK. They're both equal, though. They're both Jesus. Hidden knowledge, message received, and Jesus twin. So, oh, and yummy wife. I'm sure she's a yummy wife. um, let's see. The Ring of Fire, virtually, like not real, magnum opus, like the greatest work. Um, let's see. And she said Il Donato instead of Il Donaldo. Trumpo, which is, on Telegram, used to be, well, it's on Twitter too. And I think she did it on purpose, because all these guys do everything on purpose. But that equals 90, and it equals January. Now, the reason I noticed January is there was a Greg Wagland Sherlock Holmes audiobook, and it's called The Silver Mirror. And actually, it's not Sherlock Holmes. I take it back. It's by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, but it's like a ghost story. It's not Sherlock Holmes. And he says January is the first word. He says it January several times. And the way he says it, it's the way that our JFK Jr. said January at his mother's funeral. And you can find the recording of it on YouTube easily. And he was doing some Bible quotes, and he said January. And I can't even say the way he said it. It was just kind of different. And that was one of the clues when you hear the 17th Letter, Plan to Save the World videos, that whole video series that came out a long time ago. When Joe Massapose, who's supposed to have done the video series and is narrating it, he says January. He says it the same way that Junior did at his mother's fake funeral. So in this, the point is that in this Silver Mirror audiobook, you'll hear him say January exactly the same. So I know who he is. I mean, it's either JFK or JFK Jr., who I always call Junior. So I think it's Junior at this point. In the beginning, I thought it was JFK, but I won't know till they let us know, or if I do tons more decoding and I get honed in on it. So where did I leave off? I went off on a rant. So I didn't look this morning if that man's body is still here. That man's body, because of the video before that, the one I'm decoding, there was hearses and a body, I guess, and all kinds of things. You can come out. It's okay. It's Mr. Handy. Yeah. Just say hello.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you. So that man's body is 142, and it equals, who am I really? And I did it my way, and Karma's mother. So then she said black SUVs here. That's 146. It equals, we act as one mind. I think all the gods and goddesses are like that, and we're supposed to be like that too. Relationship, the biblical Miriam. So she could be who we're talking about. Final masquerade. And if it's not her, she's talking about, Mary, Eve, and everything. I'm just kind of guessing right now that it could actually be her. One of my many theories. You know how I am. So she said somebody's calling. It's 175. And it equals Diana Frances Spencer. Wouldn't it be cool if that's who that was, putting the accent on? Oh my goodness. Anyway, Holy Trinity, the Great Deception, I know the month, the elect are not deceived. We're not supposed to be deceived. We're supposed to figure this stuff out. She said, I think we bet a year ago, that was 210, and that equals a VP Pence phrase, flattening the curve. It equals the two lampstands, which is from Revelation 11, and a new heaven and a new earth. Also, 175 is false flags. So I said it. Oh my gosh. False FLAGS Gee, it's too late now. NUKES at Utah. That's a mouthful. You are courageous. Traumatic experience. The power of words. I don't know what led me here, Nancy said. That's 252. It happens to equal. The storm is upon us. The second coming of Christ. It's the final countdown. And it's just interesting, isn't it? Here we still are is 160. She said that next. It equals divine leadership. This is not a game. Big changes are coming. Vladimir Putin. Sign in the sky. Like I keep talking about, like the sky event. Guilty is charged. Mary Magdalene Key. They got caught. And it's showtime. Electric storm. You will fly. It does sound like it, doesn't it? It really does. They did some bad stuff in the Garden of Eden. Human DNA. She said agents twice. Now she says agents a lot, but you know, it's important. It's equals 66, equals woman, like the woman, event, curse, judges, scary, and fake wife. The dawn, like Donald Trump, the dawn, fake wife. So I wonder, I don't know. And she says huh a lot. She says and she says huh. So HUH is 37. It equals a real, these are all separate words and phrases, a real place called hell, flame. Yeah. She said very 2 times in a row. That's 70 equals Mary M. Mary Magdalene. Yahweh, Yahweh, proof. So every time you say you're looking for a proof, you're saying Yahweh and Mary M. Suicide. And at the cross, remember, the potion that made them look dead. They weren't dead. Ave Maria, the called. And that was Juana Saban's movie, The Called. And they are called to do something else. She said at 2:50, she said, oh, on my way here. So on my way here, she was excited because she saw, what was it, jets. Yeah, it was jets. O equals 23, and that equals W, and we know Juana Saban called as W for a long time, equals I am, and MIA, like missing in action, fake, dead dad. So on my way here is 152, and equals V for vendetta, original soul, Black Swan event, Donald Trump, DEA, you know how to finish that. My brother is, you know who it is, right? Junior and JFK. Don't worry, power of love. And she said, oh, it was 2 squirrels. Yeah, that's what it was. She talked about jets after, I think. 255. Then she said, 2 squirrels flew over. She said flew, That's 302. Wait until I get a hold of you, babe. Yeah, like what they did. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, and the meek shall inherit the earth. Don't let the sun go down on me. Now that's a Elton John song, but his songs are all full of comms. And it's also the eclipse that we're waiting for. And let's see. She said, see them coming out of my right eye. Out of my right eye is 273. Tree of knowledge of good and evil. And that was the human DNA. Holy woman of the end days. Divine bride of Jesus Christ. This is torturing me. I never wanted to hurt her. signs of closeness to death. Yeah. And at 3:03, she says, it appeared to be 4 of them. And holy S, I grab up my phone, put it on video, and I video them flying at 3:17. Yeah, she said, there were 5. And then at 3:22, 5 flew by in front of me. 5 of them puppies. 5 at a time. Now, how many 5s can she say? I didn't even write them all down. So she kept saying 5. 5 is comms, 5 by 5. 55 is JFK JR. 55 is heaven. 55 is Melania. So she said a lot of 5s, so we're supposed to pay attention. Yeah. And she said, and I went to share it on Facebook because she was saying she took a video and she's of the jets flying. And she said the video is clear as day. She said that twice, clear as day. And video happens to equal 55, which is JFK JR and heaven and everything. So, yeah, it equals game on also. It equals wicked. Because Adam did it too, They're both in deep stuff. And I think that, I said this before, but I think there were 2 Adams because I think it started out that way and we just don't know it. Now, honestly, all I do is theorize, you guys. So don't yell at me and all that stuff. Just if you don't like it, just move on. This is what I do. I theorize from decoding. Let's see. But when I went to share the video on Facebook, she said it was all scrambled, and to me it sounded like the jets scrambling, because we've heard that on other videos of hers before, where she's given comms about alerts, and Penguin 6 actually did that, and I know a lot of you don't like him, but whatever. So scrambled is 77, and it equals Christ sacrificed. The big lie, and the big lie, I think, is that nobody was sacrificed, and that there was like real thieves or people like that up on the cross. And there's probably supposed to be a few of them up there, at least 2. Wrong, Grammy, damn lies, butcher, remember Garden of Eden, human DNA, sea salt, the beast, screwed, and ecliptic, like eclipse is in there. So she said, I'm going to look at that, like meaning the messed up scrambled video, when I'm done here. I'm going to look at that. It's 232. It equals God is speaking to you here. You make your choices. I will destroy you. 1 if by land, 2 if by sea. And that's a phrase from the Revolutionary War, which I had last video. Let's see. Designated survivors, also 232, and ascend from the underworld. So that was a total decode from the last video. So it came up again. Clear as day, she said. 89. It equals 89, and it's me again. Like, I'm back. And she said 5 of those puppies. She said that again. 5 of those puppies 2 times. That's 232 again, like I did before. And at 4:45, she said 2 hearses. And she's talking about the day previous. And she said, and that equals 133, which is simulation, which is also, this is a hoax. And Holy Goddess. Yeah, I think I got that right. Sometimes I have second thoughts as I'm reading my scribbles. Not coincidence is also 133. So she said, try to get that out. Like, I'll try to get that video out. Is 235. Expand your thinking. From our favorite Anon. See this pretty girl. Another reference to Mary, Eve, possibly Nancy Drew. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Whatever. It's a theory. Believe without seeing. Emergency Broadcast Channel is 235. Got a Surprise for Them is 235. And she said those puppies a couple times, and that's 169, equals President Trump's phrase, laptop from hell. Now, he usually says the laptop from hell, but there's no the in this one. So laptop from hell. 169 is also, as you know, the Great Awakening. Tell the Truth, the Bride of Christ. The time is coming. It's time, my child. This magic moment. Cool technology. Ride the lightning. Come back stronger. Stellar Gateway. It does sound like that's what's going to happen, right? So puppies, I did those puppies before. It's 102. It equals gap tooth. Isn't that funny? Now gap tooth is important to me because JFK had a small gap between his front teeth. And it's just funny because I had a gap between my front teeth for a long time, and then I kind of had it fixed. So it's just funny, isn't it? How these things work out. 111 is 102, and it could be 3 women or 3 men. I am Yeshua, and that I know it's spelled different ways. And this one is Yeshua. I fell asleep is 102, and that's like the poison that I'm sure that they took at the cross, and looked like they died, and they didn't. So I fell asleep. Let's see. Isaac Cappy is also 102, and Gene Wilder. So that's pretty cool. Gene Wilder's in there. Gene Wilder could be one of the Bidens. He could also have been Isaac Cappy. Although usually I think from decoding Junior was Isaac Cappy. So I'd have to work on that a lot more to be like really definite. I'm not definite on that at all. Grave Danger, still 102. The Eclipse. Let's see. Developer, and of course Donald Trump calls himself a developer. And let's see. And also you could do redevelop, which is like, ER, put it on the front, and that would be like reappear. So redevelop. Good News, Homecoming, Open Door, and Lionsgate. And 7 Up, the soda, but 7 Up could be, are there 7 Up to Meet the Beast? That's a darn good question. I don't know. I haven't gotten that much in decoding, but, and then 7 Heads, Special Place, We're Saved, and Benevolence. So whatever happens, it's all going to be fine. With the white hat, flappy things, like the end of the world scenario, all that stuff, and it's going to be fine. So I want to throw something else in out of my many, 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 many pages. That was the end of, obviously, the end of Nancy Drew's video that I decoded. But this is really cool. So if you're into pop culture, you might know this already. Now, I didn't know, but I saw a story on shareably.net. Never heard of that, but it's just a website. And it was a story from January 5th, way back in 2018. But it just popped up when I was researching something else. And when I saw this story, I knew it wasn't real. Just by the sound of it, it wasn't real. By the numbers that were being quoted and all, and the phrasing, it wasn't real. So I decided to decode some of the things in the story. And this might be a help for you to decide whether something is real or not when you're reading the news. Because there's so many fake things out there, because the white hats have control of most of the media as far as I can tell. So it was by Cedric Jackson, and I didn't do his name. Usually I do the author's name. So anyway, the first, I think it was the headline. Identical twins were born in 2010. Now they're dubbed the most, in quotes, the most beautiful twins in the world. And under the that was under the headline. These beautiful twins have taken the internet by storm. So supposedly these twins are an internet phenomenon, and I don't know what's going on with all the pop culture, so I'm probably the only one on the planet that doesn't know about these twins. And they're models, young models. So it's Ava Marie, A-V-A, and Leah Rose, L-E-A-H. So Ava Marie and Leah Rose Clement. And they were born on 7/7/2010. So we've got a 7/7 there. We've got Christ is 7/7. And Mary Magdalene started the Order of the Blue Rose, as far as I can tell. You know, I haven't found a lot that says that. But anyway, so Leah Rose. And the mom is Jaqi. And they spell it J-A-Q-I with a Q. And like our Jacqueline is spelled with a Q right in the middle. And let's see. And Ava Maria is kind of like Ave Maria, right? And Rose is like what I just said, the Order of the Blue Rose, but also there's Rose Kennedy. So I put Ava Marie, Leah Rose, like all together, into Gematrix.org. And believe it or not, that equals 153 John Kennedy Jr. Why am I not surprised? You know, this is so funny. Anyway, and it also equals, so John Kennedy Jr., you know, not spelled out Junior Jr., also equals think mirror, like, you know, twins. And we know that Junior is a twin of JFK, and that's a whole video in itself that I did. Clement, like Prophet Kim Clement. And the twins' 7th birthday was 7/7/17. Okay, right before Our Favorite Anon came out. And because of the number 7, the mom posted a picture of the girls on Instagram. And she said because of the numbers, she decided that she would put a picture of them out there. And they became instant Instagram celebrities and started modeling. So Ava Marie is 70, and that equals Mary M, Ave Maria, Palladian, Death, Life. So all that is 70. Leah Rose is 83, happens to equal Jonathan, the Donald, child of God, smiling and connected. So Jaqi, J-A-Q-I, I don't have the number and I can't think that quickly. It equals a real place, called hell, dies, cheat, drama, am I dead? I think I just did this one, but I added more to this coding. Yeah, so because of the Garden of Eden, Jaqi, and I know she knows, and it's just awful to talk about, and it's sad. It's very sad, and but it will end up all right. Everybody will be okay. And also remember that we've had in many of my decodes, kill God not happening. So you don't kill her, you don't kill any of them. They come back. So another one I did was Clement twins. It's 157, and let's see. This is goodbye. It's a sad bunch of coding. Let's see. The stage is set. Big announcement. soul sister, universal law, queen of the damned, Father Jupiter, beast from the sea, like I've been talking about, Christ the sinner, it's not over, and belly of the beast. So anyway, I won't go into that part, but anyway, that's about it. So you probably think I'm crazy, but it's okay. I know. I hope I'm in focus. Last couple of videos I had an issue. Now it kind of looks blurry. Is everything okay? Anyway, so I'm on a Patreon, and I signed up for Buy Me a Coffee. You could do it like one time, or you can do an ongoing thing, and all those good things that people like to get donations with. And Mr. Handy is going to go through more treatments, unfortunately, which is difficult on him, and to say prayers for him. And anyway, I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Take care of each other. Bye.